Joining us at the Red Deer Memorial Center, Brad Mates from Emerson Drive. Not the first time we've met. Brad, thanks for being here. You're in Red Deer. How does it feel, man?
It feels good to be back in Alberta, and I'm reminded of our winters.
Yes.
Every time we seem to hit the road in February and March. But it's what it is, right?
You're it's always cold here, man. Oh, in the winter anyways. You're going to a lot of places. Prince Albert, you were just there. Yep. You were in Victoria. My dad saw you play there. He said it was awesome. Vancouver, all those places. Red Deer, what strikes you about Red Deer when you come to the Central Alberta community?
Well, this tour has 33 dates on it, and for most people that obviously know Canada well, we don't have 33 major cities, so you're basically hitting a couple towns in between as well, which I think is important, because if you go back 15, 16 years from when the band started, a lot of these small towns were a big part of the beginning of Emerson Drive, and the support that we had got from smaller places, and now to be able to go back and basically bring a show to a place like Prince Albert or a place like Red Deer, where you don't have to travel to Edmonton or Calgary, I think is a really important thing. And it allows people to basically drive down the street 10 minutes, see a great show, and then head back home.
So many memories, 10 years, but you guys have actually been together longer than that.
Looking at me now, you might not know it, but I've had my moments.
Is there one memory or two memories that stand out in at least the 10 years that people know of you guys as Emerson Drive?
Well, I mean, I look back at the last 10 years releasing music, and then the last 16 from when it started, and it's hard sometimes to grasp that we're doing this still as a career and a living, because in the beginning it was more or less of a fun thing that we just kind of did 2 or 3 times a week downstairs in the basement, and what it's turned into today is just it's come around full circle a few times. So to know that we're able to travel across Canada and have fans that want to come out and see the show is it's the best feeling in the world.
I've always wanted to know this. My favorite song by far is The Extra Mile, closely followed by Fall Into Me.
Yep.
That's a classic. But I want to know what your favorite song is of your own. Do you have one?
I don't know if I have a favorite, but I think for the most part, whenever we get into recording new music, it's always an exciting time for us for 2 reasons. You're playing new stuff in the show, and second of all, that you're doing something right because you're actually back in the studio recording another album. So hopefully that means that people are still interested in hearing you play. But I guess a song overall would have to be I Should Be Sleeping, just because it was the first single that was ever released, and it started the whole career and fan base of the band to what it is today. And if it wasn't for the first couple songs that did well for us, it'd be a lot tougher to to travel like we do.
You got your new CD out, the 10 years of all those collection of hits.
Yep.
Are you guys working on something new, or how does that work?
Yeah, definitely something new, because nowadays, I mean, if you don't have new music out to people every 6 to 8 months, they're looking for something else. And I think that's the biggest thing that's changed in this business, is just the amount of time that the turnover is for new music. And I don't know if we're going to see 12 songs on a CD for very long anymore. I think it's going to be cut back to 6 songs, so you're able to release the singles off of it.
Yep.
A few other songs that people might enjoy hearing that won't be singles, but then get on to another album after that.
Brad, I mentioned off the top, this is not the first time we met. We met back at the CCMA, so let's roll that clip right now.
Brad, I've become really good at playing the extra mile on my little black guitar at home. Become the Emerson 6. Could I join you guys?
Well, I don't know about another guitar player, but the extra mile always needs more cowbell. So if you're into hitting the cowbell on stage, I think that you're in.
So my ambition was to get into your band, and the only way I could do that is if I played the cowbell. So you know what, Brad, I did buy a cowbell. It cost me $3,000.
Wow.
And I spent the last 5 months practicing, so maybe I'll get you to hold this. I just want to show it to you.
Yeah, the golden cowbell for $3,000, huh?
Yeah, it's black.
Yeah.
It's made by Dixon, and $3,000. So what do you think? Am I in?
Well, since you spent all the money, I would have to say, yeah, you're in.
Okay.
And I actually got a bit of a surprise for you right now, too.
Really?
Well, I have a good buddy here that plays bass for us, Arlo, and he's actually going to play the extra mile right now. And I figured that since it's your favorite song, maybe you could play the cowbell in the first verse.
I'd be honored. Let's do it.
Ready, boys?
It hurts to walk this gravel road. It's hard to find and overgrown. You will see how much I'm worth when you get past the rocks and dirt. You come on, walk with me. Bring her down, boys. I'm the extra mile.
I think you have a career in this. It's really something else.
Well, I'll manage to take some lessons. Thanks to Brad and Arlo from Emerson Drive. Fantastic job, guys. We hope to see you back in Red Deer soon.
Thanks very much.
Walk with